right, Lucy, it's a good kill.
Then how come they stink of chlorine? They've obviously been in the spa pool together.
Oh, yeah? Then how come they haven't got their swimming togs, smutty pant?
Yeah.
David Farney, actor, comedian and writer, had a drama all of his own in 1999. He had a stroke.
I was really aware that I couldn't move the right side of my body, and that was the biggest freak to me. You know, I thought, oh no, I'm going to end up, making, tin can openers in the workshop, for handicapped folk. Oh well, I suppose you still get the parking.
Good morning, Mr. Farney.
Good morning, Mr. Farney.
Emotionally, I thought, I was stuffed. I thought, bugger this, I'm absolutely stuffed. I couldn't believe that it had happened to me, really. And if anything, it was the audacity for the stroke to happen to me. And then it was just fear, just real fear that I wouldn't have as good a life as I'd been used to, and there was the quality of life. I thought, oh man, I just drank it all away and smoked it all away and partied it all away. I thought, oh God, I'm doomed.
When he was really bad, I think I thought I was going to have to look after him for the rest of my life, which was pretty scary. I mean, he was 32, I was 28, and I had one child and not a very reliable income, and I just thought, my God, Mila was a bit freaked out too, which was quite upsetting for everyone, because he was quite, the whole side of his face was quite gone, and his voice was different, and, it was a strange place, and so that was awful, because she was kind of like, who's that strange man?
While David is working in Auckland, his wife Bronwyn is at home in Christchurch with their 2 children.
When he first came home, he was very frustrated and angry, and that was when the Stroke Foundation came and talked to us and gave us this book, which was great actually. It's had things like, when you start to have an argument, think, is it really going to matter tomorrow? Just a little piece of advice for everyone.
I think it's like getting used to the fact that you're different, because you really are, and getting used to your partner having to get used to it as well, and your family, and finding, and because your brain's had such a shock that your levels of emotion are greatly raised, and at times they plummet. But weather, get through it, and it'll come right. Just have a read of the book, and it'll come right.
Sometimes I think it took him a while to want to do something because he didn't want to fail at it as well. More social things with other people and social things like, going to play cricket, or this is later on. But it's hard to go and do that and not be able to do it the way that you could, I think. And I suppose Mila was a huge motivator for him too, actually, because he was this beautiful little child and he wanted to be there. He wanted to be around for her. Didn't he?
It came from seriously thinking about Bronwyn and thinking about the quality of life that she would have. Having a young child at the time, and thinking, I can't even begin to describe the impossible, pressures that could have been placed upon them. And I think from there I thought, you've got to get off your ass and at least try do something about it. If you stay down and just think, oh, it's all over, well, it is.
After the stroke, it was very tempting to just, give it to me, I'll do it. Oh, God, take 3/4 of an hour. But, you have to pull back from doing that, or they're never going to get that skill back. Whether it's changing a nappy or making a cup of tea or, anything.
Doing is all confidence. It seems like such a simple thing now, but on the top of the stairs, there were 3 cones. So I'd walk 3 stairs, go up the stairs, and they'd say, pick them up. Pick up the cones. But you had to be really delicate, and the first time I did it, I just crushed this cone. Just crushed it because I hadn't taught my hand to be, so having to do things like that. But when I did it right, I was entirely confident. I thought, yeah. And having a pen, because I was right-handed. I am right-handed, and learning the finicky little thing of just holding a pen and making, writing out words. That was awesome.
There were times when he wanted to give up, when the going got tough, but we said, Dave, carry on. Yeah, you could do it with your left hand, but why do something easy? Do something hard. And look at the result. This genius of a man that sits before you.
Yeah, like my wrestling term. The claw. I walk to the gym from Point Chev, the gym's in Mount Eden, and it takes about an hour and a quarter. And the reason I walk is that it's good for your heart. It's also time that I have an hour and a quarter to myself. And the doctor type person, they said, switch your brain off now and then. Says, yeah, it's had big shocks. Switch your brain off and just walk away. But, not switch it off like that, but switch it off so you're not thinking about the worry of something, or you're getting stressful about something. Just, yeah. And for me, that's what the walking does. I was lucky enough to find a mate at the gym. He was a trainer, one of those personal trainers. We worked for 1.5 years together, every second day, and the results started showing about 9 months after, where I wouldn't walk with such a visible limp, and that's just the physicality of looking human. I mean, like if I don't look different, then you'll never know I'm different. And also for speech, I went back to my drama school, and I spoke with my voice teacher, and she was great.
The whole idea behind this is that you go up for 10 really slowly, and down for 5 slowly, and when they come around and ask you how many you've done, you just say 10 all the time.
I really enjoy the gym, and I enjoy it because it's it's social.
7.
Might not look social, but there are other people there that are suffering just as much as you, and it keeps your body, and your engine working. And the gym for me is actually a good reminder to always work on my right side. Some days I feel pretty weak on it, so some days I have to just push it a little bit harder.
When you're exercising, always make sure you're breathing, otherwise you'll blow another vessel in your brain. That'd be really bad if you did that. So make sure you breathe. I went up the weight to 140.
I like the feeling of strength it gives me. There's something good about being able to bench press 120 kg. There's something good about that. And know you've had a stroke. That's a big positive. It's an ongoing process.
And do no weights.
What's that? Okay.
I like to call it a work in progress, and you only find out the result when you're dead. But by then, you've done so much. After the stroke, I had 1 year off from alcohol, and then basically just taught myself not to abuse it. It's the abuse of those drugs that freaks the body out.
His lifestyle's a bit tamer than it used to be, so that's quite good. I think he's so much healthier actually now than he ever was before. It's kind of ironic. I think he'll live longer now in the long run.
I eat a lot more greens, fruit, and I cut down on the portions of meats I have, and I make lean meats, and chicken. Get rid of the skin, save for Christmas. And just sensible eating. Just a variation of food. What would you rather do? Have a big meal and die, or just be able to eat the next day? I'm taking the second option. Everything should be in moderation, combined with exercise, with vast amounts of exercise.
Hands on heads! Everybody! Now!
It was a year after I'd had the stroke that I was back on stage, and I never would have thought I was going to go back on stage until the guys came up and said, "Hey, we wrote another show." And I said, "Oh, good on you." And they said, "Oh, we want you to be in it." And I said, "Oh." And they said, "No, you got a little part, just a little part." And so I thought, "Oh, yeah." So I signed up to do it. And then the part got bigger and bigger and bigger when they said, "Oh, we need someone to play this part, this part." And it was hard to take in, like as far as the memory goes and all that. But that was a good exercise, It just goes to show that you can relearn lines, and you can relearn meanings if you've lost if you lose the part of your brain that says dictionary, your vocab, but you can relearn it. Articulatory agility is a desirable ability, manipulating with dexterity the tongue, the palate, and the lips. The warm-ups are about vocally preparing and getting your voice ready so it can reach the end of this big shed, and basically it makes sure that we can be heard.
Okay, everybody, so focusing as per usual. Feet width apart and just focusing your breath down low into your pelvis. Imagine a string is pulling up through your spine, so just extending a bit further up.
There's also a focusing time as a group, and it will seem strange to you, but it happens every night in every theatre up and down this country. The strange life of the actor. And then there was the applause and that, and then it felt normal again. This is what I do. Yeah, it was good. Being able to work again, for me, was a big bonus. And it just so happens I work in an industry that, is somewhat left of field, and we play there. But it doesn't matter what you do. It's the fact that it's you doing it. That's the most exciting part, that you've had this experience and you've gotten over it. And that's the thing that you should be celebrated.
And how's your novel going?
My novel? Well, it's funny you should ask.
About the precipitation of sponge life in the Great Barrier Reef.
It's all here.
Wow!
It's all here, buddy.
That's amazing. This is your novel?
That's my novel.
That's amazing, because most people, when they write novels, Dave, they just write the words, but I see you've drawn the pictures as well.
I've taken the time out to draw the pictures as well.
Excellent. Was it with your right hand?
Right hand.
Wow.
Affected side.
Look at that. That's with his right hand.
What this is it's a the animation, the animators, they're all working for a new animation series that's made for primetime television. And it's all based upon stuff that the naked Samoans have written and produced over the years, the last 6 years. And me being one of them, basically they're making pictures that will fill up the words that we wrote. I wrote out of handwriting. And yeah, it's pretty exciting.
You have to sign this so we can go to the school ball. Oh, I remember my balls. That's where I met your mum. Really, Dad? Oh, the lights, the romance. It's all gained back to me. Excuse me. I saw you from across the room and I just couldn't help myself.
I'm good for 2 hours,
So explain
like
that.
solid at the computer writing. But after that, I start to drift.
Amazing.
And it's at that time, I just don't nap. I got to take an hour out, go look at something else, listen to music, and come back to it. Yeah, I write again. And I normally take breaks of up to an hour. I go to cafes and I have my favourite mocha latte. And then read the paper. You know, or sometimes just a mocha latte and watch people. You know, and it's amazing. You can, when you're watching people, you can see which ones have had strokes. And you know, the Special Stroke Club. Who wants to die early? Who wants to? Because like I look at my kids and that, and I think, oh, there's a wonderful job ahead. And then, well, by dying, I don't achieve that, and so what a waste of time. What a bad father. You know, and I think I will, and only because I think I'm going to enjoy it.
I feel like we're a lot strong. You know, I feel like we've been through a lot and come out on the other side, and that's pretty good. We should be able to cope with most things now, I think.
There has to be a degree of knowing, yes, I can go there, but if I fail, that's all right. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to, not because of the stroke, but I'm allowed to because I'm human. And it's human to fail, you know. You know, it's human also to get back on the horse and ride it.
Well, looks like Jack is back.